The luxury boutique was filled with wealthy shoppers admiring designer handbags and high-end clothing. The scent of expensive perfume lingered in the air as a well-dressed saleswoman walked confidently between the racks, scanning for potential buyers. An elderly woman, dressed in a simple yet clean outfit, slowly entered the store. Her hands trembled slightly as she touched a soft woolen coat, admiring its fine craftsmanship. Before she could take a closer look, a sharp voice cut through the air. "Excuse me, ma'am, but this store is for high-paying customers. Maybe you should try a discount store instead." The saleswoman sneered, crossing her arms. The old woman's face fell, her eyes filled with quiet dignity rather than anger. Other shoppers turned their heads, some whispering, others laughing under their breath. Just then, Clint Eastwood entered the boutique, his tall frame and unmistakable presence commanding immediate attention. He casually observed the scene, his sharp eyes locking onto the humiliated elderly woman and the arrogant saleswoman. The room fell into an uneasy silence as Clint slowly walked forward, his expression unreadable. Clint Eastwood stopped near the old woman, his presence alone shifting the atmosphere in the store. The saleswoman, oblivious to who he was, turned her attention to him with a fake smile. "Now you, sir, look like someone who belongs here. How may I assist you today?" she said, her tone dripping with insincerity. Clint didn't respond immediately. Instead, he turned to the elderly woman, offering her a gentle nod. "Ma'am, were you looking for something special?" he asked warmly. The woman hesitated, her eyes glistening. "I was just admiring this coat. My late husband always wanted me to have something nice like this," she whispered. Clint picked up the coat, examining its quality. He then turned back to the saleswoman. "And why exactly did you think she didn't belong here?" he asked, his voice calm but firm. The saleswoman scoffed. "This is an exclusive store. We can't have people who, well, can't afford it, wasting our time." Clint's gaze hardened. He reached into his pocket and pulled out his black leather wallet, slowly flipping it open. "How much for everything in this store?" The saleswoman's face turned pale. "Excuse me," she stammered. Other customers gasped, watching the scene unfold. The store manager, noticing the tension, rushed over. "Sir, is there a problem?" he asked nervously. Clint turned his piercing gaze toward him. "Yes, the problem is that your employee just insulted a lady who had every right to be here." The manager glanced at the saleswoman, who was now visibly sweating. "Mr. Eastwood, we had no idea you were," Clint cut him off. "You shouldn't need to know who I am to treat people with respect." He then turned back to the elderly woman and smiled. "Ma'am, you like this coat? Then it's yours. And anything else you want." The woman's eyes widened. "Oh no, I couldn't possibly," Clint raised a hand gently. "You deserve it." He then addressed the entire store. "Actually, let's do this. Anyone in this store who came in here just to browse, just to dream a little, pick out what you like. It's on me." A stunned silence fell over the boutique before a round of excited murmurs began. Meanwhile, the saleswoman stood frozen, realizing the gravity of her mistake. Customers cautiously approached the racks, some hesitant, others delighted. An excited mother picked up a dress she had only dared to admire from afar. A young man, likely shopping for his first professional outfit, stared in disbelief at the suits. The elderly woman, tears forming in her eyes, clutched the coat against her chest. "Thank you." "I don't know how to thank you," she whispered. Clint simply smiled. "Just wear it and think of your husband. That's all the thanks I need." The saleswoman, now desperate, turned to the manager. I didn't know he was Clint Eastwood." "I wouldn't have," the manager sighed, shaking his head. "That's exactly the problem. You only respect people when you think they're important." Turning back to Clint, he said, "Sir, I deeply apologize. She does not represent our store's values." Clint raised an eyebrow. Then prove it. The manager swallowed hard and turned to the saleswoman. You're fired. A gasp rippled through the store as the woman's face turned red. She opened her mouth to protest but was met with silence from the other employees and customers alike. As the saleswoman hurried out in embarrassment, the atmosphere in the store shifted completely. People who had never expected to own something luxurious now had the chance, all because of Clint's unexpected act of kindness. The elderly woman took a shaky breath and touched Clint's arm. The world needs more people like you, she said softly. Clint chuckled. We just need more people treating each other right, ma'am. As he walked toward the cashier, the crowd parted for him, admiration clear in their eyes. Before leaving, Clint turned back once more. Remember this, kindness costs nothing, but its impact lasts forever. With that, he walked out, leaving behind a store full of people who would never forget what had just happened. The news of his generosity spread quickly, and by the time he stepped outside, the world was already watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so you never miss another inspiring tale.